That's what they all say. Is it the best for last? I don't know. It eventually his conference isn't going to be that good because BYU's leaving it. Um, but on the women's side, BYU did what they should do. They put 4 in the top 5. They put 5 in the top 8. They put 6 in the top 9. Very good. Good spread too, right? So between their top 4 it was only 16 seconds. Through the top 5 it was 30 some seconds. So there's a little concern there. But Whitney Orton looking good, taking the win. Remember, Orton didn't run at Nuttycombe,
Yeah.
so that changes how they looked. Anna Camp looking good. Anna Camp's this is a breakout performance for her. Even though she ran really well at NCAAs, her regular season, she hadn't had many good races. So this is like her first good regular season race. Like I think her season opener, she was like finishing like 20th and was like 8th on her team or something like that. I could be making that up, but she didn't run well. So this is good sign for Anna Camp being there in the top, being the number 2 runner for BYU. Um,
Yeah. The
so yeah,
only
nothing
way
much. Yeah.
the only way BYU win, like BYU needs Whitney Orton to run like Whitney Orton, and they
Yes.
need Anna Camp to run like Anna Camp can run, which for both of them, it's national championship contenders. Camp has a title. Orton has been close before and has been in the mix and has been favored for these titles. The rest of the roster seems pretty solid in that spot, but they need, and so much of our conversation on cross country just devolves into, well, do they have a 5 and can they find a 5? Rarely, though, do we put the onus on the 1 and 2. But in this case, their 1 and 2 are so good, they haven't been that good this year for a variety of reasons. I mean, just not racing, or maybe they're racing into shape. It's the regular season cross country. It doesn't matter at all. But come national championship time to win their path to victory, they need those two to be superstars.
Yeah. It's a weird question. The question, it's weird. Their question is their number 1 because we know what she's capable. We know what Orton's capable of.
Yeah.
And they were able to survive Orton not being their number 1 because the rest of the team ran so well in 2020. But
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen this year. I think if Orton runs as their number 3 runner, BYU's out. Like, no, they're not going to beat a Colorado or NC State or New Mexico. But if Orton and
BYU,
Camp are like putting 2 in the top 7, they're going to cancel out Camille and Tui, and then all of a
yeah.
sudden we have a race, right? So
Yeah. Yeah. They also wore flats, which I don't know. I don't know if that factors in to your rankings at all too. But people noticed that Orton
yeah,
did across the finish line. I think their entire team wore the next percents Vaporflies there. So, men, do you want to do the
indeed.
men real quick?
Yeah, let's do the men. We have to. We're gonna not do the men. We're gonna be like gonna ignore. How many times? So Connor Mance is a junior, but he's now probably been like top 3 at West Coast Conference Championships 4 times as a junior, right? He's going for the 5-time
Mm-hmm.
All American, 5-time All
Yeah.
American Connor Mance. That we're gonna eventually see that. Anyway, no, Connor Mance takes the easy win, kind of dominates over James Marwara. Klinger and Garnica, same story. We see the Mance, Klinger, Garnica, 1, 2, 3. Lucas
Mm-hmm.
Bonds, freshman, the miler. I mentioned him
Yep.
in the first episode of the NCAA cross country show. Now he's a member of their top 5. Pretty good. Same with Garrett Marsing, who's a steepler. He's now a member of their top 7. So I'd like to get a little credit for predicting Lucas Bonds and Garrett Marsing as being in the top 7 for BYU.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, BYU, it's good. But like you look at the screenshot here. Let's bring up the screenshot that we have on the screen right now. Cool. You only see 4 BYU logos there in that top 10. If BYU wants to win a national title, we need to see like 6 logos in that top 10 for a meet like this. That's what you need. You need
Yeah.
6 BYU logos.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's tough
that's
with
the
these
thing.
conference meets
Yeah.
because
I mean,
not all conferences are the same. Some conferences
true.
have great depth. Some of them have at least one key rival. We talked before about Ohio, Oklahoma State and Iowa State on the men's side. You can get a good gauge. It's tough in the West Coast Conference unless it's one of those years when Portland is really strong. but it's hard to tell both on the women's and men's side. Okay, so let's do this, Gordon. Let's do this as a segment. Travis will like this.
One last thing. One last thing before you do your segment.
No, too late. Too late.
No, Portland. They may not make NCAAs because they needed to get a win over Gonzaga here. They didn't get it. So Portland is going to need to run out of their mind at the West Regional in order to qualify because they are a bubble 30, 31, 32 team, which would be crazy because Portland, when you think of cross country, you think Portland, right? And to think Portland not making the meet, that's just wild. So, but I'm sure Rob Connor knows this, and I'm sure he's going to find a way to prove me wrong, and they'll make the meet. But keep an eye on Portland. Same thing with Michigan. Right. Michigan women and Portland men. Those are the two powerhouses that we might not see at NCAAs.
Sweating bullets. Okay, give me your podium. Your Gordon's post conference podium